Oh, hello, my dear friends. Здравствуйте, здравствуйте, привет, мои дорогие друзья. So, we continue learning Russian, and today I decided to explain to you the very common and famous Russian verb. This verb sounds like хотеть. Хотеть. Хотеть we translate into English like want. Want. Хотеть, want. So, and today I'll explain to you everything about this Russian verb, how native Russian speakers use this verb in the present tense, past tense, and future tense. And of course with different examples, different phrases and sentences. So, let's go. First of all, we talk about the present tense. Present tense. So, how native Russian speakers use this verb in the present tense? For example, I want. How we translate this phrase into Russian? I want. Yes. Я хочу. Я хочу. I want. Я хочу. You want. You want. Ты хочешь. Ты хочешь. You want. Ты хочешь. Ты хочешь. He wants. He wants. Он хочет. Он хочет. Он хочет. She wants. She wants. Она хочет. Она хочет. Она хочет. And they want. They want. Они хотят. Они хотят. And different examples. For example, how we can translate this English sentence like I want to learn Russian language. I want to learn Russian language. Я хочу выучить русский язык. Я хочу выучить русский язык. I want to learn Russian language. Я хочу выучить русский язык. Я хочу выучить русский язык. Or I want to sleep. Я хочу спать. I want to sleep. Я хочу спать. I want to play. Я хочу играть. I want to play. Я хочу играть. And so on. Next example. Like a question. Do you want to drink? Do you want to drink, for example, water or juice? Do you want to drink? Ты хочешь пить? Ты хочешь пить? Ты хочешь пить? Ты хочешь пить? He wants to help you. He wants to help you. How we translate this sentence into Russian? Он хочет тебе помочь. He wants to help you. Он хочет тебе помочь. Oh, of course, we can say a little bit different, like он хочет помочь тебе. As you see, I put this word тебе in different in the different places in this sentence. Yes, and as you know, in Russian language we can build one sentence in different ways, different versions, and the meaning of all these sentences like this, for example, in this situation, are the same. As you know, like он хочет тебе помочь and он хочет помочь тебе. These two sentences are the same if we're talking about the meaning. Okay, next example, like she wants to come to me. She wants to come to me. Она хочет прийти ко мне. She wants to come to me. Она хочет прийти ко мне. Она хочет прийти ко мне. Она хочет прийти ко мне. They want to come tomorrow. They want to come tomorrow. Они хотят прийти завтра. Они хотят прийти завтра. Они хотят прийти завтра. Next. For example, I want to eat. I want to eat. It's like I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Yes, we can say a little bit differently. Like I want to eat. Я хочу кушать. Я хочу кушать. Я хочу кушать. Я хочу кушать. Next. Next example. For example, do you want to do it? Like a question. Do you want to do it? Do you want to do it? Ты хочешь сделать это? Ты хочешь сделать это? Do you want to do it? Ты хочешь сделать это? Doing something. Next example. He wants to stay here. He wants to stay here. Он хочет остаться здесь. Он хочет остаться здесь. He wants to stay here. He wants to stay here. Он хочет остаться здесь. Он хочет остаться здесь. He wants to come to the cinema. No, I think he wants to go to the cinema. He wants to go to the cinema. Она хочет пойти в кино. He wants to go to the cinema. Она хочет пойти в кино. Она хочет пойти в кино. Она хочет пойти в кино. They want to sleep. They want to sleep. Они хотят спать. Они хотят спать. So, one more time. In the present tense, Russian verb хотеть, want in English, we use in this kind of version, this kind of type, like я хочу, ты хочешь, он хочет, она хочет, они хотят. Ты хочешь сделать это? Он хочет остаться здесь? Она хочет пойти в кино? Они хотят спать. So next we'll talk about how native Russian speakers use this Russian verb хотеть in the past tense. In the past tense. For example, past tense. How we translate this English sentence like I wanted, I wanted. We translate into Russian like я хотел, я хотел, я хотел, I wanted, я хотел. You wanted, you wanted. Ты хотел, ты хотел. He wanted, he wanted. Он хотел, он хотел. She wanted, она хотела. And they wanted, they wanted. Они хотели, они хотели. In different examples, for example, I wanted to help you, I wanted to help you, I wanted to help you. Я хотел помочь тебе. I wanted to help you. Я хотел помочь тебе. Я хотел помочь тебе. You wanted to stay with me? Like a question. You wanted to stay with me? Ты хотел остаться со мной? You wanted to stay with me? Ты хотел остаться со мной? Ты хотел остаться со мной? Ты хотел остаться со мной? He wanted to run away. He wanted to run away. Он хотел убежать. Он хотел убежать. Он хотел убежать. As you remember, in one of my last videos on my channel, I was explaining to you this Russian verb убежать, run away. That's why, please, if you didn't watch this video on my channel, please rewatch or watch this video one time. It's very important for your pronunciation and for your education in Russian language. He wanted to run away. Он хотел убежать. He wanted to sleep. He wanted to sleep. Она хотела спать. Она хотела спать. He wanted to sleep. Она хотела спать. They wanted to open the window. They wanted to open the window. Они хотели открыть окно. They wanted to open the window. Они хотели открыть окно. Они хотели открыть окно. I wanted to tell you something very important. I wanted to tell you something very important. Я хотел сказать тебе что-то очень важное. I wanted to tell you something very important. Я хотел сказать тебе что-то очень важное. Я хотел сказать тебе что-то очень важное. One more time. In the past tense, this verb хотеть, want, we use in this kind of version like я хотел, ты хотел, он хотел, она хотела, они хотели. And examples. Я хотел помочь тебе. Ты хотел остаться со мной? Он хотел убежать. Она хотела спать. Они хотели открыть окно. Я хотел сказать тебе что-то очень важное. So, and next we will talk about future tense. Future tense. How native Russian speakers use this verb in the future tense. And this we have two ways, two types, two versions of the verb in the future tense. In the future tense, for example, this kind of English phrase like I will want, we can translate two types, two ways, like я захочу and я буду хотеть. First of all, you should know that if we're talking about the future tense, about this verb хотеть, we don't have very strict rules, very strict and very big difference between these two versions, like я захочу or я буду хотеть. And I think that native Russian speakers can't explain to you the difference between these two versions, two types of this verb in the future tense, like я захочу and я буду хотеть, because the meaning of these two versions are the same. You know, of course, I can tell you that if you're talking about this version like я захочу, it means that this action will happen in the future, and in this situation we talk about one action in the future. If you're talking about this version, я буду хотеть, it means that we're talking about the process in the future. Yes, but really, I think and I'm sure that we don't have very big difference between these two versions, because for example, in one situation I can use this version like я захочу doing something, I will want to do something in the future, but another person, another human, another native Russian speaker can use another version like я буду хотеть, I will want to do something in the future, and I will want to make a mistake, and another native Russian speaker will not make a mistake. Really, we don't have very big differences between the two versions. And of course, I can tell you some examples with this version, like for example, I will want to see you. I will want to see you. I can say like this: я захочу увидеть тебя. Я захочу увидеть тебя. I will want to see you. Я захочу увидеть тебя. And of course, I can say a little bit differently, like я буду хотеть увидеть тебя. Я буду хотеть увидеть тебя. And it's very tiny line between these two versions of the verb in the future, like я захочу or я буду хотеть. But really, I think you will agree with me that we very seldom and rarely use this verb in the future when we're talking about Russian language or English language, whatever. That's why please don't forget remember that in the future we can use two versions, and the meaning of these two versions are the same. Or for example, another sentence like you will want to come to me. You will want to come to me. Ты захочешь прийти ко мне. Ты захочешь прийти ко мне. And of course I can say a little bit differently, like ты будешь хотеть прийти ко мне. Ты будешь хотеть прийти ко мне. One more time. All these two examples like ты захочешь прийти ко мне or ты будешь хотеть прийти ко мне. These two sentences are the same if we're talking about the meaning. And of course, for example, in this situation, I can use this version, but another Russian native Russian speaker can use this version. And whatever, it doesn't matter what the version you will use in your Russian speech. Native Russian speaker will understand you anyway. Just believe me. For example, I don't know, maybe another example, still one example. He will want to sleep. He will want to sleep. Он захочет спать. Он захочет спать. Or another example. Он будет хотеть спать. It's a very tiny line, and I think you don't need to know very tiny line between these two versions of the verb, because even I can tell you one more time that even native Russian speaker will not explain to you the difference between. We don't have very big difference. That's why please use and this version and this version. Native Russian speaker will understand you anyway. Just believe me. Still one example. She will want to eat. She will want to eat. Because, I don't know, maybe she's hungry. Yes, she's hungry and she will want to eat. Она захочет кушать. Она захочет кушать. Or another example. Она будет хотеть кушать. Она будет хотеть кушать. One more time. All these sentences are the same if we're talking about the meaning. And of course, I will write you all instructions when we use, for example, this version like я захочу. You will want. Ты захочешь. He will want. Он захочет. She will want. Она захочет. And they will want. Они захотят. Они захотят. Yes? Doing something. They will want to do something. If we're talking about я буду хотеть, this example, yes? We can say like this. You will want. Ты будешь хотеть. Ты будешь хотеть. He will want. Он будет хотеть. She will want. Она будет хотеть. Она будет хотеть. And they will want. Они будут хотеть. One more time. In the future tense, we have two versions, two types of the verb. Хотеть, want, this kind of way, like я захочу, ты захочешь, он захочет, она захочет, они захотят. One more time, not они захочут. No, we need to say like они захотят, они захотят. And another version like я буду хотеть, ты будешь хотеть, он будет хотеть, она будет хотеть, and они будут хотеть. So, I hope that you understood everything. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, put like, and bye-bye.